Alright, we are back for another episode, number 4 I believe, of Survival of the Free. Set in the edge of the Empire rule set, and we've got another mix of our 3 players. We just keep alternating. We got Gideon, we got Tobias. Jace is unfortunately not able to join us today. So, as a quick recap, last time, let's see, you guys got aboard the Crook. You got your injured friend into a Bacta tank that you couldn't necessarily afford, but because of a medical need, you kind of had to not necessarily go into like an obligation kind of debt, but you had to turn up some money in order to pay for this guy's medical treatment. So you went over to the bar aboard the Crooked, which is the station that you guys are on. The bar is called the Drifter's Edge. You guys were able to find work there for a bounty, for a Gungan. Turned out Gungan's right there as he started looking for him, but you guys are split up. But you conquered, and Jace and Gideon flew off. Had a bit of a space battle on the way to the Foundation to turn in the bounty, get the money.
You would have been impressed with my piloting there, especially when a Gungan shows up trying to bludgeon me while I'm at the stick.
Yeah.
And so I heard.
In the middle of a dogfight, the person tied up in the back regains consciousness, comes into the cockpit, and there's a little melee battle aboard the
somehow
dogfighting ship.
Miraculously unlocks the door and...
Hey, destiny points are a thing. It made it interesting, that's for sure. While we were waiting for Jace to finally shoot down the TIE fighters.
Finally hit shooting it.
So, it got interesting. Made it to the Foundation, which seemed like a bit of a rough crowd that was able to scare off a Star Destroyer full of Imperials.
Not a happy place.
So definitely no joke there. And Gideon, you happen to pick up a couple extra passengers.
I leave for one mission. I leave for.
It happens. So as the Foundation member was hassling the Imperials, he was starting to kill off some stormtroopers that were unconscious on the ground, and Gideon kind of talked him into letting him take him and deal with him himself. So there's 2 currently aboard the Inevitability as it's bound for Crooked, and that's where we are going to pick back up. So we're aboard the ship, the Inevitability. First thing we need to do, we need to roll some force points and see what we got. So I will roll mine. Oh, look at that. I'm nice today.
Are you?
Apparently, 2 light side points. It's pretty good.
There it is.
Oh, you're returning the favor. That's cool.
I am recently ex-Imperial, so.
Ooh. All right. Well, odds are ever in your favor. All right. Well, we will update. All right. So we're aboard the Inevitability currently. Let me get this chat window off there. Why
isn't it working? Should be 4 light and 1 dark in my Destiny pool.
Let's see.
2.
I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't quite factor in.
Gotta sync it.
So
there
4
we
and
go.
1.
There we go.
I'll just force it. It's cool. All right. So Jace is sleeping, or maybe he's just monitoring systems in the back of the ship to make sure that the Foundation is actually off your tail. And so you're kind of on your own in the cockpit. You've got the guys just kind of stowed in the. Is there a lounge area to your ship?
There should be.
Yeah,
like,
I would think so. You know,
There's
galley.
gotta have a place for
Yeah.
that little chessboard.
Yeah, that'd be the galley. It'd be 9.
Okay. So,
Yeah, kind of.
assume you
Fine.
just kind of dropped them in there to get off the planet because you were trying to get out of there with quickness. You didn't like being there. You're trying to catch up with
Right.
the Imperials.
They
The
didn't want
officer,
the guys.
yeah, they didn't even want him. All right,
That's
so
Did our crew,
so you
did our
set
crew
up.
just grow?
You made your astrogation check. You went in. You're in
Eventually.
hyperspace now. What's Gideon up to?
I'm gonna check on our passengers. See what they're doing.
All right.
I made sure to disarm them while they're unconscious. Just so they didn't have
makes sense.
Pulled out blasters or anything. But
Makes sense. All right. They're still kind of just slumped over, but they seem to like they're starting to stir a little bit.
gonna keep the ship on autopilot, like heading towards the Crut, and just kind of wait for them to come to, so I can eye on them. Maybe have Jace hang out in the cockpit to alert me if anything's.
Okay, so you head into the galley. You see him kind of starting to groggily start coming around. And what's the plan?
Hey, you awake yet?
Where am I?
Well, kind of rescued you from the Foundation.
Those mercenary scum.
Trying to get you back to your commander, but you know, he just didn't care for you guys enough. You know, I was trying to be an upstanding citizen of the Empire and all, and return you to your units, but they didn't want you.
He was always scared. I'd rather gone down fighting. But that guy, he just typical non-commissioned officer. We got a new player.
Well,
So
Oh,
what's the plan now
here's-
if they won't take me? Or us?
well, here's your options. I can drop you off somewhere along the way, or you can come with us. We're heading to a place that's not exactly friendly towards Imperials, but if you're willing to turn over a new leaf and maybe want to have some work, you could become you could even become some of our hired guns, or we could always use more on our crew.
I need to get back to my unit. I'll find a way off the station myself.
Okay. You're more than welcome to do that. I'm just trying to, again, be a good citizen.
He leans over and looks over his comrade, who's still out of it. Reaches over and detaches the helmet to kind of get a better inspection. And you see the face that we've all seen before. It's a bit older now, but you know, it's the face of all the other clone troopers in there, but they're a bit they're aging out at this point, starting to get replaced. And the other guy, he takes off his helmet and it looks like a younger, brash, kind of go-get-'em attitude kind of guy. He'll be all right. I'll see to him when we get on the station.
Okay. I hope you understand I can't let you be armed aboard my vessel. Just as a safety precaution for me and my crew. But I promise you no harm will come to you while you're aboard my ship.
If you were around those guys in the Foundation, I don't know if I can trust that.
Well, you don't have any choice. You're on my ship. Those are my terms.
I didn't ask to come aboard your ship.
Well, you weren't in a position to ask. I saw it as my duty to protect you because you were helpless and about to receive a blaster bolt to your brain like the rest of your comrades.
Like I said,
I
I'd rather have
interfered.
gone down fighting.
On the floor being executed is not much of a fight, sir. But if you want to go down fighting, here's your opportunity if you want to go against my will.
He just kind of leans back in the chair and starts working on his friend again. Just kind of looking him over and checking his armor, seeing if there's obvious places of injury and stuff.
Do we have an understanding, sir?
I'm
Or
seeing
do I
to
need to watch my back?
I'm seeing to my friend.
Anything, I'll be in the cockpit.
You do that. Alright, screen wipe
I
over
just
to...
mutter to myself as I'm walking away, filthy clone. Not within earshot. The door closes behind me. I'm like, Phil.
Okay. So do we need a screen wipe over for a check there, Todd? Or?
No, I'd have to look into it more. It looks like it
Okay.
doesn't stack, and I already have that weapon quality, so I'd have to download the book.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
anybody's interested, he's just at the bar, so
Which book do you need?
I don't need to worry about that this game.
Okay.
Alright, so we won't bother with that. We'll just, shot of the exterior of the ship as it flies in towards the Cruct. Yeah, the ramp goes down and you guys set down. No issues, no problems.
First thing I do is see to it that our passengers disembark.
Yeah, they get up from the galley and he walks towards the ramp and I have my rifle now.
Okay.
He's kind of got
Well, I
his
recommend
friend over his shoulder and everything.
Like, I recommend you don't walk about in plain sight with that stormtrooper gear on. I seriously recommend you get some different apparel while you're here on the crud. They don't take, like I said, they don't take kindly to Imperials that want to keep to themselves. Just a piece of advice, but yes, you can have your blaster back.
I'm an officer of the law, sir.
Yeah, well,
People respect that. Alright, so he grabs his blaster and he slings the other guy's blaster as well. And heads down the ramp into the station. Are you following? Are you staying on the ship for now, or?
I'm gonna leave Jace on board to just keep an eye on things, and I'll kind of walk in their general direction, just kind of eye on them.
Yeah. Jace is like, yeah, don't mind. I'll take care of things.
Foresee trouble.
Okay. Alright. So you're back on the station. They've kind of gotten off into the crowd, and they've walked on. And you saw as he was walking past, people were kind of looking over, but it's all like mechanics and crewmen and things like that. Like not like your hardened warriors or anything like that. But after a couple minutes, you start hearing some screams as they get out farther into the station, and a couple of blaster shots go off, and things start to settle down after a couple minutes.
I kind of not run, but make a quickened pace to the sound of the blaster shots. See what happened.
So you run into the crowd, and everybody's kind of still panicked over, but it seems like things are calming down. You see the two troopers being dragged off by some fairly large guys. One's a Wookiee, and one's I forget what they're called, but the forearm guy that Dexter Jester is or whatever.
Gotcha.
And they're just dragging them off.
I just kind of shake my head. I tried to warn him. Wouldn't listen to reason.
Things happen, I suppose. Okay, are you headed any
Maybe that's just the will of the Force, I guess.
Are you headed anywhere specific, or?
I'm gonna head back to the mechanic shop. Check up on.
Okay, you wanna get on the comm or anything?
Yeah, I'll let him know we're back in town.
Dexter is a basilisk.
Aha. Good to know. We'll see if I retain that.
Probably not.
Alright, so I take it Tobias is heading back that way as well.
I suppose for the sake of keeping things moving forward, yes, I'm back at the mechanic shop.
He just keeps drinking. As you get to the mechanic shop, which again is down in the I guess poorer areas is how you might describe it. It's run down. People look like they're kind of hurting on credits and everything, and they're just kind of living life, but a little bit differently, right? I mean, kind of like on the picture we've got with the R2 astromech like trash can fire thing, so you get down there and there's just kind of closed doors. Looks like the shop's kind of closed up. You can see back into the room where the tank was, and it's empty now.
Oh, nice.
Did I miss something? Apparently, if I was at the bar.
Okay, so let's just head on in and say hello.
You head into the
Back.
clothes shop.
Is it closed?
Yeah, it's all closed up.
So
Lights
try
are
to
off, but
knock
you
on
could
the
happen
door.
to see in. There's no
try to knock
answer.
on the door. Mm-hmm.
There's like a doorbell button. You can
Yeah.
push, I suppose. And
I'll press it.
so you kind of hear a chime go off inside, but it takes another little bit, and then you hear on through like a speaker that's mounted next to the button, and it sounds like she's more like on a comm link, but like maybe it's just a little transmitter to if she's closed up, but if somebody needs to get in touch with her, she's kind of got it forwarded, and she's like, "Hello, this is Sarah."
Hey, it's Durandal. I'm back, and I got payment for your services.
Meeker already paid me in advance. He had the gentleman head up to his residence towards the 4 section of the Cruct.
Oh, really? Huh. Fantastic. Meeker say why he was taking my passenger?
He just wanted to ask him some questions. It seemed like there was some interesting happenings that he had found out about aboard the Inevitability from the former captain.
See.
He wanted to make
Okay.
sure everything was on the up and up, since there was a sudden transfer of the title and everything. They wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything going on.
All right. Thanks. I kind of relay this information to Tobias. Okay, Tobias. Apparently, that one job you had keeping an eye on things you didn't do so good at.
And as you say that, Tobias is rounding the corner and coming up to the shop.
But
Looks at her like-
I'm still talking to the comlink though. Why? What do you mean?
Like, well, he's not here. As you can see, the shop's closed up and our passenger's here.
Our passenger? He was a guy that was dying. You wanted him not to die. He's not dead. We're done.
Okay. I don't know who Meeker
We don't
is.
have to. We.
I don't know
You
what
don't know
Meeker
who this
wants.
guy
from me.
is either.
True.
This guy could this guy could have been connected to the slavers for all we know. He could
Or
be
this-
one of the worst scum in the galaxy.
Or
You
this
don't know.
guy could be a wealthy aristocrat who may have wanted to reward us. Now he's probably
A
going to reward me.
wealthy aristocrat flying on a limping along freighter piloted by a crew of Ugnaughts.
On the run from the Empire, perhaps? I don't know. We'll see. That's. It wasn't up to Meeker to find this out for us. We did anyway. Let's just go. I'm gonna head towards Meeker's place.
Fine.
Alright. So you just start heading at to the 4 section. You just like ask around and try to see if people just tell you where he's got. I believe that's streetwise to gather information. Whoever wants to roll it, or you both can do a group check.
Well, I mean, charger for what?
Alright, so successful with a couple advantage. Anything you want to do with the 2 advantage?
Well, there's no difficulty in there. Hold on.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, way too many windows open. I'm just gonna roll a difficulty here because it's an easy check. It's a common knowledge, so. Oh, there we go. So that's actually gonna be a failure, 1 advantage.
Well, thanks.
You ask around and you're like, "Hey, looking for the boss of this place. Where's his house at?" Like you're just asking like really like overtly like something that's probably common knowledge, but just the way that you're coming about asking it maybe is just a little too like.
Tobias wanted to make a check, and he suggested throw a difficulty die in there that wasn't attached to my dice roll. That probably would have been better.
You wanna throw him a boost with your 1 advantage?
Well, actually, what's Streetwise based off of?
It is a
Cunning.
yes.
Oh yeah, no, my cunning's not any better. I guess I'll throw a boost die his way in. Help him.
I'm
No,
throwing a boost
Gideon
die your
Gideon
way.
rolled. He's
I already
given
rolled,
you 1.
so now
Oh,
it's your
you're
trans.
two advantage.
Difficulty's in this time because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
learn things as we go.
Streetwise, yes.
Streetwise.
With a let me make sure my boost is actually in. No, it was. Difficulty set.
Difficulty's in.
Yeah.
No boost die.
Yeah. See, hold on.
Alright, I'm gonna roll him a boost die. See if we can't. There it is.
There.
All right.
He wins.
Nice.
Hooray.
So, hey, gotta win at something sometimes, you know? Anything will help. Alright. I rolled your boost die for you because it didn't get
Thank
in
you.
there.
I put it in. I must have forgot to click off something. I was kind of actually hoping it would fail because Tobias just doesn't really care.
Oh, okay.
But I guess I succeeded.
Well, I mean, you
Maybe
guys could like split up, and you're asking different. He's asking people, and you're asking people. I mean, you
Just,
know, it's
just remember, I
this is a
have the
co-story.
payment from the last mission that still haven't been paid for it. So
Um, so,
he still doesn't care.
um, yeah. So you guys could like split off. You're asking people, and so Tobias, there's Naqualish that looks like at you with this little butt-looking face, and he's like, you go up the elevator and empties you right down there.
From Appalachia?
I don't
Appalachian
know.
Mountains?
from the planet.
I mean, I just don't want to deal with like languages and stuff, so I don't want to be like say something like nonsensical and then have to like translate my own nonsense. So
Well, I mean, I would have made fun of him and say he sounded like a toothless hillbilly, but I think he's kind of toothless anyway, so like, I
I
don't...
I think those
Anyways.
butt things are like tusks, so I mean, that counts as teeth. Anyways, so he tells you where it is. Um, Gideon comes back. He's I can't find out where this guy's at.
I couldn't either.
Want to roll your cunning perception to see if you're gonna BS me like that?
Ah,
You
yeah,
did.
I
You
don't
didn't
know.
even have to roll,
or-
Tobias. You could have just been like, "No, I'm not rolling."
I'm not going to roll.
Well, you already rolled
Um,
the streetwise, so you asked people.
Well, you're right, I did. Um, follow me.
You guys.
Oh, I don't know why you insist on tracking this guy down. We have better things to do than run down some guy that we don't even know, that we decided to pay for medical bills or whatever. He's over here.
Okay. Fantastic. Glad you're so enthusiastic about everything. You're just a
There's-
chipper individual, aren't you? So happy to be around.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It's great, Things,
You just-
things are just
you
great.
just-
Swimming.
Lighten the mood so well. Tobias.
I don't give two craps about this guy.
Yes, I get that. That's why the sarcasm was there.
Oh,
no.
is that what that was?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
All right, if you two are finished. So
Let's go.
there's like a central elevator on the Crypt, and it kind of just goes up. It doesn't really go to any other like levels or anything, but you can see that there is another floor, and the whole thing's kind of like his residential area. And so you guys start heading up there. The doors kind of slide open after quite a long ride, and there's a pit droid there to answer the door. And then, but surprisingly, it actually speaks in Basic to you. Well, hello. Can I help you?
Yeah, we're here to see Meeker.
Yes, I believe my owner is waiting for you in his office. Follow me.
Okay.
Kind of leads you guys inside. So Meeker's.
Tobias kind of looks at this droid as he walks by, and he was like,
It's got a little bow tie on.
little spats.
Yeah, as you guys are walking through, you notice that his I don't know if you call it like a house or whatever. It's not really a homestead either, because that's more Star Wars lingo, but that's like different. But his residence, anyway, it's kind of heavily decorated. There's lots of items on the walls, but there's like random kind of items, like droid appendages and heads and plaques and different banners and things. Nothing looks like it's like of like some kind of big value that he's trying to like show off this. Hey, look at me, I'm so rich or something. But it doesn't. It also doesn't seem like it's a completely random assortment of things either. There's just something about it that makes you think that there might be some kind of meaning. But
Get it?
like Yeah, like, some people have just certain knickknacks that they keep, and it might mean something to them, but for other people, they're just like, why do you have a shelf full of, I don't know, random things? But, anyways, so, you guys walk through, and then, there's a hallway, and there's a door open at the end of it, and you can see down the hallway that the guy from the tank from being on the Inevitability with you, he's kind of sitting in a chair, a decent, like, comfy chair, not like just a little interrogation chair or anything like that, but and he's kind of sitting in front of Meeker, who's behind his desk, and Meeker's like nodding at the guy, but he sees you guys kind of approaching. He's, well, the crew of the Inevitability is here. Welcome back. I hope your trip was productive.
Sure was.
Hmm.
And, don't mean to interrupt, but just wanted to see how things were going over here. Last I heard, this gentleman was in the back of the tank, and glad to see he's been recovered and he's regained consciousness.
I told you, SAR's just the best. The only medic I'll ever go to. And I saw to it that she was paid. On your behalf, of course. But it was about 5,000 credits. So if you like, I can take your return payment and then chit out any other money if you made a surplus for use on the station while you speak with Darian here. Tobias was saying you might have questions.
Okay.
So-
Okay, so I front him the 5,000 credits.
Alright, do you give him any more
That's coming out of your cut.
Do you front him any more for chits or anything like that to spend aboard the Crooked?
Need to figure out how much it's going to cost to fix our ship. So
Okay. You guys got 15 for the job,
right.
so 10 left. Your ship was significantly damaged in the
There
battle.
was barely holding together.
It's got some bubblegum that's still got some adhesion to it, so it's...
I could lend a hand turning the wrench to see if we can offset some of the cost. But
Yeah, you guys are just mechanical
think-
geniuses.
hey,
That
I'm not
worked
mad.
so
I
well
spent
the
some
first
XP
time.
I spent some XP on my mechanics.
I have yet to fail a mechanics check.
Alright, well, hey. I'm not gonna stop you from trying. So,
Remember, I recovered some system strain in that mechanic. I did a mechanic roll in that dogfight.
So you give him the $5,000, and he kind of goes off to, do whatever he's gonna do with it. And, maybe he's got a big Scrooge McDuck vault. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so the middle-aged guy looks at you, and he's got a pretty grim face on. He says, "Where's my niece? That girl that was with me. Where is she?"
The Transoceans got to her before we could. Didn't make it. They were trying to turn her into some horrible living weapon. By the time I got to her, her vital signs were not good. I did my best to save her, but she couldn't withstand the trauma of being disconnected from all that equipment.
He just kind of he sighs and rubs his face, and like he doesn't break down per se, but like he knew it was coming, maybe, but well, I kind of thought that might be what was happening. Meeker was pretty dodgy about the subject, and didn't say anybody else had come off the ship with you except for that waste of space captain.
And my apologies, we didn't get to her in time.
Well, thank you for getting me out of there, I suppose. Hang on just a second. The joys of bedtime for children. All right. So let's see, where were we? He was kind of like, yeah, should have never gotten involved. It's my fault.
Well,
kind of was.
what was going on, if you don't mind my asking? What were you guys doing? Why were the Transoceans after you?
He kind of tries to gain his composure again for a second, but says, I was on a case. I'm a private investigator. Something has been happening to ships en route to Crooked for a couple of months now. Now and then, ships are found derelict. No one aboard. My niece, Lena, had a friend coming to the station some time ago, but she never arrived. I found the ship. She was supposed to be aboard, but there was no one. It was empty. At that point, she demanded to help me investigate. And that's when we figured the best plan would be to book passage on a ship of our own and see if we can find out what was going on. So we got aboard the Inevitability, see if something would happen on our journey. I shouldn't have left her come. And he starts to lose it at that point.
At this point, Tobias kind of walks over, puts a hand on his shoulder, squats down. He's like, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know how hard that would be. But fear not, because before we left the slaver ship, I was able to steal their data bank that I'm sure would help you in your investigation. And I would be willing to part with it for a very small amount of credits for what you would be getting. Just to help you with your investigation.
I like how that's just like thrown out there instead of like, hey, maybe you would just offer it and see if he's like just so happy he offers me a reward. He looks at you and he's like, seems a little surprised, and he's, what's on it? Is it tell me where to find them? I'll kill them all.
Well, I would imagine it would. I mean, like I said, it was their databank, so it would probably have the Navicomputer details and all of that. I'm not much of a slicer. I didn't want to crack it open and destroy the data. I wanted to pass it on to somebody who can make more use of it than I could.
Right. He looks at it and he says, I don't get much work, but I have 300 credits. I need a...
I kind of like put my hand on Tobias. I'm like, we're gonna help you out of the goodness of our hearts.
I'm
Justice
I'm stepped back behind this guy. Like, I'm not standing in front of him, and I just look at him, and I'm like, he like doesn't comprehend. Like, Tobias just walks away.
Did you hand it over?
No. He didn't say anything other than he just walked away. Like, he's like he just...
Darian, he just kind of looks confused. He's looking back and forth between you guys.
Give us a moment.
Is that not enough?
Well, Tobias just says, as you wish, Captain.
Gideon's not laughing. He's like, you're starting to see the light.
He looks at it and he doesn't know quite what to do with it in the moment, just because it's kind of sudden. But thank you. I know some people that could get the information off this. I'll look into it. I'll avenge her.
And Tobias
want to be
kinda-
part of this process.
Says, can I at least get you a drink and take you down to the bar?
Sure.
You know, I would be honored to accept a drink from you. Suddenly, Tobias
Something
is in a
at
little bit
least.
better of a mood. He's in a little bit better of a mood.
Hey, yeah, for alcohol, I'm good. You don't
So-
even have an addiction obligation. Look at you.
I'm gonna cash out 7,500 credits to Chits.
Okay.
I'll give the
Cool.
rest of the credits to. That's like 10,000.
10. It was 10 left.
Yep.
Total. So.
Well, like I said, it's. Never mind. Did
Yeah.
you see
Like-
the chat messages, Jeff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Tobias 1,250. That's gonna be his cut from the job.
All right. So you chit out 7,500, and then you just keep the other part. Well, I guess that's probably Jace's.
Yeah, the other part's gonna be Jace's. I'm gonna give it to him so he can.
Okay.
So Tobias can chit it out if he wants, or just keep it as raw credits. It's up to him.
All right.
I will always pay you guys in credits, so you can decide what to do with them.
Okay. So we'll say you gave him that when he went to go and chit stuff out, and he comes back and he hands you a. Meeker comes back in. Says, I hope you boys had enough time to talk things over. I got your chits, and I've returned the payment that I did on your behalf. So thank you for that. Where are you guys headed now?
We're thinking about taking some R&R here. Anything else on your mind, Meeker?
No, everything seems to pan out. I
Okay.
had some
Just
questions,
wanna
but
make sure
Darian kind of confirmed some things. It seemed like an odd situation was all.
Sure. Just want to make sure we're square. I don't want to be on your bad side. 'Cause
Well,
we
Meeker,
like the credit.
it was a very odd situation.
That's kind of how my friend, the former captain of the Inevitability, thinks. He just said it was odd. It was all. He didn't seem to quite remember everything. I think it might have been all the trauma.
Head trauma will do that.
I think he's in a better place now.
He's still alive, so I mean he's not in that much better of a place. He's still
like
in
this.
this empire that has taken over the galaxy.
Right. What can you tell us about the Foundation? Kind of ran into them on their last job, and
No, they do a random assortment of things. They poach, they hunt bounties, they do pretty much everything. They're not.
what is your standing with them? What is the Crut standing with them?
The Krut keeps to itself. We have our own community. We have our own currency. We try to be self-dependent. We don't want to rely on anyone, especially those that do more nefarious things. We have our own way of life here. We like it that way. So, I know there are people that work for the Foundation, but there's money to be made. But we don't necessarily need them here.
Okay. Thanks. Be on our way then.
All right, so you guys head down to the bar, Drifter's Edge.
Sure.
All right.
Yep.
We can kind of screen wipe that too, unless there's really something to be gained for it.
No, not necessarily. Unless anybody's doing anything on the way, but it sounds like you guys are
I want the ship fixed.
Yeah, we want to get the ship fixed and recover some strain and wound, all that stuff.
Okay.
Take a couple days to rest. Up.
All right, so you guys get to the bar, and hang on a second. Apparently have all the screens prepared that I needed. But so you get to the bar, and I mean, you've been there before, but it was definitely seems a lot more crowded today. You kind of get closer to the entrance, and man, you can hear the music blazing through, and it's not like there's a line outside, but it's definitely packed. The serving droids are like kind of squeezing through, trying not to drop platters of different things, and the job terminals are just surrounded. There's quite a line heading around from them. The tables and booths all seem like they're pretty full. Darian kind of drops a few credits in your hand and goes, "Well, I wish I could do more for you. You saved my life. You got me the information I need to hopefully end those that have done me wrong. So I just thank you guys both very much."
Yeah, just be sure to give us a heads up when you find out more about it. We want to be, like I said, we want to be part of the takedown effort.
Sure. And so so you guys head up to the bar. Stools are pretty much all taken up, but at the far end you notice an empty stool next to a familiar face. Sar's sitting alone. She's got like a dirty shawl draped over her right side. She's still pretty greasy from her shop and everything. She's watching a holoscreen that's above the bar, and she looks fairly disgusted at what she's watching.
I pat
What's on the
Gideon on
holoscreen?
I pat Gideon on the shoulder and say, "Got this."
You got this.
So
Yeah,
on-
what exactly?
Just don't worry about it. I go and I sit down. I don't say anything to her. I just kind of sit down at the bar and then I look up at the screen.
But before we get there, so yes, what was on the holoscreen? So on there is like a newscast, and showing pictures and footage of this mining facility. There's captions on the screen which are going on about some preventable disease that has kind of taken hold on some workers. It was one of those. It's like one of those diseases that's like it's easy to treat if caught in time and treated in time, but nobody seemed to want to bring medicine through, and so now all the miners are fatally sick at this point, and that's where the newscast kind of ends, and it goes to a commercial.
That's,
Ooh,
Yeah.
what is this? Mass Effect?
Huh?
Actions have
Well-
consequences?
I'm trying to make it a little bit like that there, because if Gideon remembers, he had a choice
Yes,
between 3 data pads or jobs to take, and there was
I took-
2 that didn't
We
make the
needed money.
cut. We
Yeah.
did. We needed
Well,
money.
we needed money fast, and
Yeah.
that was the
Trying to
highest
be
paying
goody
one
two
job.
shoes, and look where that got you.
Hey, sometimes I gotta be pragmatic. I figured with all these people snatching up jobs left and right, somebody would have surely picked that up. But I guess I made the wrong bet on the.
Hey, everybody
decency of
wants money,
others.
man. Everybody's looking for money. So
Pragmatic when my credits aren't on the line, apparently.
So, Tobias, you start walking up, but before you get there, a large Mon Calamari sits next to her, and he kind of shouts at the bartender droid. It changes the channel to on the holoscreens, and it changes to a new station that shows a dark room surrounding like this large dirt pit, and you see two protocol droids in the middle, and they're kind of circling around each other, and one has like spiked knuckles and blades like attached to its forearms, and the other one has like buzz saws where its hands would be, and both are like just like kind of swinging at each other, and each time one lands a hit, it's like, sorry, excuse my behavior, begging your pardon, and there's signage around the pit that asserts that the arena is called the Technodrome, and
Two
sorry,
droids enter.
two droid enter, maybe no droid leave. Sarah looks away from the screen and throws back her glass, gulping down her neon blue liquid. Still looking away, she kind of just taps on the bar. Bartender droid fills her up another shot. Mon Calamari, you guys can kind of do whatever you need to do. There's quite a bit of time involved,
Yeah.
so if you want to
Oh.
jump in.
Yeah, so I just walk over and I just kind of. Is it really noisy, or can if I just say hey?
I mean, it's a noisy bar, so I mean, when you get over to somebody, you know, you don't have to like shout at them. If you're talking directly to
Right.
somebody, you can hear them.
So yeah, I just walk over and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Buy you a drink?
And Sarah's just kind of, you can tell she's kind of trying to look back over towards you, but doesn't want to watch the TV, and she's like, nah, I'm probably gonna be done here in a minute. And then Mon Calamari, he says, now this is entertainment, and he puts some chits on the bar. The bartender droid looks over and he says, sir, I believe you've misplaced. And Mon Calamari gestures toward a jar that's a little farther down out of his reach on the counter, and he says, it's a tip! And, Sarah
It's
is
a
like,
tip! That tip jar is out of reach. It's fully operational.
and Sarah kind of looks up at you guys. We lost Tobias. Sarah looks up at you guys and she says, I just came for a quiet drink. Now this criffing piece of druck has put this garbage on. And Mon Calamari looks at her and he says, pipe down, sweetie. I've got some money on this bout. Why don't you find yourself a refresher before heading into the more civilized areas of Crut? And then Sarah says,
I kind of put a hand on
That's a big
the Mon
diss.
Cal and be like, look, dude. We're all in a bar. We're all here to have a good time. There's no need to be uncivil, man. That's a hard-working lady. She's a mechanic. She works hard to keep this place running. You don't need to be rude.
the Mon Cal, he kind of pushes your hand off and looks at you. He looks back and Sarah kind of gets kind of closer to him and she goes, how's this? And she flips him a less civilized gesture. And
Start a bar fight.
Mon Calamari kind of laughs at her. Pretty touchy about these droids, Missy. The machines are made to serve. Right now they serve in drink and entertainment. And then he kind of looks her over a little bit and he points to her prosthetic right arm and he says, because the shawl's kind of slipped off since she kind of flipped him the Star Wars equivalent of the bird. I don't know.
I kind of put my hands up and stop in mid-sentence and be like, probably don't want to go there, man. I mean, really. And then I just kind of turn my back on him and kind of lean into the, like, force my way into the bar to, like, get in between him and be like, do you want to go find someplace
Did he
else to
just-
talk? I got a business proposition for you.
Gideon just punches him in the face.
You're gonna go straight there, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Alright.
straight there. He dissed the lady. He's horribly disrespectful. Like, how are you gonna make fun of somebody who's crippled? I mean, like, that's just wrong. I'm gonna teach him some manners. Just straight up punch him in the face.
All
I'm just
right
like-
then.
You could have at least given me a heads up, and I could have helped you instead of put myself right in the middle of it. But
No, I'm just gonna grab him by the shoulder, wheel him around so he sees me, so I'm not punching him in the back of the head, and then just smack him in the face.
punch him in the back of the head. Jeez, it's a cheap shot. God.
No, I said I wheel him around, grab him by the shoulder, wheel him around, and punch him in the face, like just a
I know.
right cross across the face.
Punch him in the back of the head while he's not looking.
No, I want him to see the justice coming.
See the
Man.
justice. Visualize law and order embodied in my
Yeah.
fist.
Pain tattooed on your knuckles.
So set my difficulty.
Hey, at least you
please.
picked a
I'm
good
gonna roll.
four-letter word for.
I'm gonna roll with my brawl.
All right. So it'll be a melee versus melee, but I'll give you a boost because he's already tipped one back.
He doesn't know it's coming either.
He got wheeled around. He knows it's coming.
Yeah.
Well, not. I mean, somebody grabs you and spins you around. You're still gonna be disoriented. I think that would be worth another boost die.
Give him one
No?
for the drink.
I tried.
But that he technically hadn't had yet, but we were throwing it in because I wanted to give him one and see him get punched in the face. But
Well, he needs to roll a boost die still.
Oh, I
Oh.
still have an upgrade. That was an upgrade, but I didn't.
no, it's not an upgrade. It's a oh. So what is your brawl? Because
It's
if you
green, it's not.
okay,
Yeah,
so
I had an upgrade for some reason in there, but
yeah.
Did
So
you
just
upgrade
no, I didn't upgrade it. I'm throwing in the negatives and you guys are adding the positives. So
gotcha.
um,
So I should,
just go ahead and re-roll it and throw a boost die on there.
okay.
Even worse. All
Wow.
right. So you spin him around and you're just like, "Ugh," and you just whiff it.
Whiff.
He kind of leans to the side, kind of like, oh, what? But he notices you go and throw it, and he kind of
I want
is
to say
able
like,
to
hey,
kind of grab your arm
no
and
one
kind of
talks to
pin
her
you down
like
to the
that.
bar. Kind of,
Where's his role for that?
huh?
Oh, that's the threat.
That's the threat. He's not doing any damage. He's not trying to hurt you, but he just kind of grabs you. You kind of miss and hit the bar, and kind of hand plant because you're kind of thrown
Kinda
off
saying,
balance.
hey, no one talks to her like that. That's, that, and then he proves me wrong.
Yeah. Apparently he
Talk to her
does.
anywhere I like.
And so he kind of grabs your arm and kind of puts his forearm on top of yours and just kind of holds it there. And he's like, now, look here, son, I'm just trying to have a good time at the bar.
You can have a good time without being rude, disrespectful, and just plain hateful.
Look at her, she might as well be a droid.
Oh, really? I'm gonna try to get out of this. Smack him again.
Alright, well, for that, we'll go ahead and do a...
More brawl.
There's not, like, grapple
initiative?
checks in here, right? Ton?
Isn't it just brawl or what? Just keep rolling brawl.
I mean, if you're gonna try to swing around with your left arm, yeah, sure. We'll just do a brawl again.
Okay, I'm spending a destiny point though.
I'm gonna throw a setback in there just because it's your offhand, and he's kind of got you pinned down a little bit. So you're good, but no boost die this time.
Right. Here and
Should be set.
there was no upgrade in there. What the heck? I hit the upgrade button.
Just roll one more green, and we'll kind of just add it to it.
Well, it'd be a yellow.
Well,
You spent a destiny point. So...
it'd be a green to a yellow, so we'll just
right.
add a green to it. I mean, that's kind of what the upgrading it does.
How do I
Huh?
roll
just-
a green?
Just go to the dice. Here, I'll just do it for you. In the main dice pool where you're adding boost and stuff, you can just select like one green like that.
Oh, yay!
Well, that only cancels out one of the failures.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
when you're adding positive dice and stuff, you gotta remember to click off.
Right.
Like when you click up, you gotta click
Yeah.
off onto the character
I did
sheet
that. I just
first.
forgot that you had to actually upgrade it yourself manually
Oh.
when you use a Destiny point.
I see. Yes,
I thought it automatically upgraded it, but
I see.
Okay. All right. Well, at this point, I'm gonna go ahead
Well-
and say, let's roll some.
May I make a suggestion with the advantage that let's see, I'm trying to think of how I can spin this. I'm trying to get an advantage on an actual like charm check here.
On a-
Because the got an advantage. I don't know how I could parlay that into a charm check though.
Come up with something decent.
Actually, you know what though? That's not related to Bites' character, is it? With Adrenaline Rush.
I mean, you could. Oh, that's true. You do have that obligation.
I grab a glass on the table, and I'm gonna smash it into his face.
So you reach over to the glass that Sar drank and go ahead and try to hit him with that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
Go for it. I'll give you the free roll before we go to initiative.
Okay. Can I just assume that he would give me that boost die? With his
I would imagine that he would.
because he's distracted. Do I get an extra one for him being drunk? I'm trying here.
No, because I mean, when adrenaline hits you, you kind of dump a lot of that.
Fair enough, but my
I mean,
brawl is too
he's not
green,
he's
so
not
I'm trying to get
drunk. He
whatever-
just kind of walked into the bar and sat down. So
No, fair enough, but my brawl is too green, so I'm
I
trying
mean,
to get out whatever I can.
I've had more to drink than he has so far.
Actually, I have too. All
Yeah,
right,
no,
my difficulty
Bourbon's
set.
not getting me there yet. I think I could fight you. Difficulty is set.
I think Gil's daughter could probably fight me, but that's beside the point.
Hey. All right. So you grab the glass and you smash it on his head. Let's see. So what is like fisticuffs damage though? Because it's like improvised weapon, so I don't have like anything like a chart handy of what that might be.
I guess I could have said that the glass. I mean,
whoa, there's a brawl rule.
it's a. I want to say it's your brawn.
Oh, just your brawn rating
I think it's your brawn rating.
For what?
for damage
Or,
on brawl.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is your brawn rating.
Which
but it's-
is a
it's
2?
dealt as strain.
Right. So that's 5.
Well, I'm gonna have to cover up Sar's picture here because we're getting into some actual combat. So. Didn't think we were.
So he grabs the glass and he whips around and as he smashes it in the face, he's just like, "Damn you, Gideon!" It's just-
All right.
but
So
there's a twinkle in his eye. He's not gonna lie. There's a little twinkle in his eye.
darn you for doing what I love. All right. So you hit him for 2. Is that your brawn? And
Yeah.
plus the 3, so 5.
Yep.
Okay. And then so the threat is that I'm going to give him a boost die for his initiative roll. So let's have everybody roll their vigilance, right? Or no, cool. Cool for
Vigilance
When
is
you're ready.
unexpected.
yeah. So cool check. Ooh.
Oh, take away 2 of those advantage because I saw
Oh, the
boost
boost.
die.
Okay. The success is the main thing until we
Mhm.
break ties. So. Got a cool check there, kid.
Yep.
Oh.
Can't beat me.
All right. Well then, and this boost die. All right. So Gideon will get to go. Well, PC slot, NPC slots, and PC. All right. So, however, as most bar fights tend to do,
Draw some more people. Time to get
okay.
silly.
So let me get a pen and paper because I did not think we were going this direction. Ugh. It's fun to be a GM. Alright, so we got one PC slot from Gideon, and then we got, I think, all the NPCs. And then another PC slot, so 3. And a PC. Alright, so as this starts to break out, there's a couple other skullduggerous in nature kind of guys that kind of, oh, fight, yeah, let's get in there. And so there's a couple, a human and a Twi'lek that jump in. Alright, so we got a PC slot first. Gideon, you're still kind of pinned down a little bit, so it'd be a setback to whatever you want to do until you're successful at something, and then I'll just have you break away from it.
How about you, since I'm free, how about you let me give a go and see if I can't, like, get this guy off of you?
Well, wait, what did you roll on that check? Did you have, oh, you had a threat. Okay, if he had advantage,
Yeah.
I'd just be like, he likes go.
Right. No.
So the threat will
No.
just be that,
You just smacked him. I'm gonna go again. I wanna get out of
Trying to
this.
help you.
I'll use a light side to upgrade my pool the proper way this time. And I'm gonna punch him again.
alright, difficulty's in.
There's nothing can beat my fisticuffs. Oh, that's a whole lot of fail.
But
a
look
whole
at
lot
all
of
that
damage.
advantage. What do you want to do with that? There is the question of the day. I do like that you called your brawl fisticuffs in the system. Alright,
Where's the?
so I'll let you use those to break out, and then on top of that, what else do you want to do? So you fail to hit him again. You pull away.
Put him on the ground.
I'm gonna check and see options here. Reference sheet.
Well, you can go outside of that reference sheet too.
Yeah, but I'm just give me a good idea.
Reverse it. Reverse it.
That's a great idea. I reverse it.
Ooh, going a little Bruce Lee action on there. Okay. Yeah. So you go ahead and you
Kind of
not only
March
get
him
out
up
of it,
so
but
that
you
he
just kind of flip him around
right.
and twist his wrist a little bit, so that
Arch
he'll
him
get a
towards
setback on
Tobias.
his brawl.
But Tobias has got a free shot at him. Well,
Oh, not free.
yeah, that's not free, but a better shot.
Yeah. All right. So the Mon Calamari's gonna go. He gets a setback. 2 for melee versus melee. All right. And he's kind of twisted up, and the way you kind of twist him kind of turns him around back towards Sar and Tobias, and Tobias is the one that kind of smashed him in the head with glass, so he kind of just, I'm actually going to go ahead and try to throw a nice uppercut his way. Oh, not quite. Not quite. And so
Was
he
that
got,
it?
that was his That was a you,
Yep.
yeah.
Was
But,
that setback die from my armor, or was that?
no, that was from him getting the reversed wristy twisty.
Because there should be a second setback in there,
For
which could turn into a threat. Because I have armor that imposes a setback die to when everybody does kind
It's
of roll
blank.
against me. Okay,
all right.
fine.
So he
Does
kind
it
of
have-
swings an
Ranged
uppercut, but
defense or melee defense? Because there's difference.
Yes,
Both.
yes.
it's not a nice armor.
It
Okay.
cost me a lot of money.
All right, so that's one NPC. Okay, so the Twi'lek kind of comes in and he kind of does the thing where he kind of kicks off a chair leg, but he's like right next to you, so he doesn't really have to move. I don't even have tokens for this. I already moved to the other screen, the range bands and stuff.
Well, we're all
Yeah, we're all
range.
melee, right?
Yeah. So he spends his movement on that, and then he comes in, and he's kind of behind Gideon coming up, because they're both kind of joining the fray like unbeknownst to you. So he will be coming in. He'll get a boost for being kind of outside the fight.
Attacking?
He's coming up behind you, Gideon.
Okay, I'm gonna take a strain to dodge. Gonna upgrade his roll.
Okay. Upgrade the difficulty. Alright. So he kicks off the chair leg and he comes in and just kind of pops you on the dome. Actually, he hits you in the shoulder, and it causes. I'll spend the advantage to cause you to let go of the Mon Calamari. So he hits you for 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. What's your current wound threshold at, guys? 'Cause you guys haven't taken
Me
time
for 4. My soak is 5.
I'm at 0.
Oh, your soak is fine? Well,
Yep.
alright.
So he does nothing.
He still gets you to let go of the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He staggers me a little bit, but
yeah.
it doesn't hurt too bad.
Okay. The human, he's coming in. And he gets a boost as well for being kind of just coming into the fight. And but this guy, he's coming up behind Tobias. They both kind of were at perpendicular tables. Is that the right term? I don't know. But anyways, so I figured it's fair to put one behind both of you.
Step back.
Set back. And that looks good. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna spend a dark side point, upgrade that sucker. And okay. And he kinda comes in and he just kinda throws a left hook. Oh man. For being a big bar fight, nobody's hitting each other.
I'm untouchable.
Untouchable. So he kind of swings, but he's gonna actually spend his 3 advantage, and he misses you, but and he's maybe you can't tell if maybe he's a little bit tipsy or not, but he kind of swings at you, misses, and kind of lunges forward too far, and he actually knocks Sar prone. I got a PC slot.
Well, that would be me, I guess. Alright, well, now Tobias has that gleam in his eye, and he's like, bar fight! He grabs the bar stool, and he just picks it up, and he just smashes it on the guy that just tried to hit him.
The one that hit Sar instead? Good.
Hey, it's only if there's happens to be a red die in there. Despairs and despairs. All right.
And I don't know how you want the fact that I have a bar stool. I don't know how you want to handle that.
We'll just keep it brawl versus brawl, and I'll look into this further. Because I
Yeah.
know I remember hearing on the podcast
Well-
that there's like kind of some iffy like improvised weapon rules as far as like
I couldn't.
quick
I couldn't
reference
find it.
damaging and stuff like that. So
I couldn't find it. Though I do know a
Could-
truncheon is only 15 credits and it adds +2. So I'm thinking if at least if I have a bar stool, it would at least be kind of like having a truncheon.
adds +2 what? Oh, to
Damage.
Your
damage.
damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say
but as
+1, 'cause
it's
from
also like
actual
made
weapon.
as a weapon, and you know, so like it's designed for that. When you're grabbing
Well,
a
it's-
cumbersome bar stool,
Right. So that would be like could be like a setback for having to wield it. Because it's not. Because the reason why it's a weapon is it's easy to wield. The bar stool might actually probably do more damage, but it would at least be harder
Depending
to
on
wield.
its
So I would
Mass
say
and what it's made out of.
well, right.
I could see cumbersome, so it'll add a setback, and then but it's also, you know, it's not a weapon, so we'll just keep it at we'll add +1 to the damage if you hit. It won't be like plus a success; it'll just be +1 to the damage.
Well, right. No, nothing's plus a success. Okay. Set.
I'm set with the negatives.
Okay.
All right. So you swing. You didn't despair though, so I'm not gonna make you hit her. But you do kind of swing, and the threat I'm gonna spread is you swing it hard over his head as the guy kind of ducks out of the way, and you can't hang on to it, and it kind of flies into the bar and breaks a bunch of the bottles.
Not the whiskey.
How dare you spill alcohol, sir? That brings everybody into the fight because they're all mad.
I have a feeling.
200
feeling that this
people.
Fight...
200 initiative slots. Oh god.
No. Mass combat.
No, that's true. I don't know the rules yet. We haven't gotten there, so I haven't learned the rules.
I have a feeling that this combat's gonna take a while.
Hey, we had a lengthy dogfight, so it's cool. You guys were the ones that got into this. I was actually gonna have just a friendly drinking contest.
Tobias was all cool.
hey,
he was
hey.
playing it cool.
Gideon
Anyways,
is a man of action.
Gideon is an idiot.
all right. So we're back at the top of the initiative order, which is a PC slot.
Gonna punch the Moncal in the face again, or attempt the such.
All right. Let's see. Take off the upgrade. All right. Go for it.
Actually, the guy who knocked Far prone is now the target of my rage. I'm gonna
My rage.
deal. I'm gonna deal with him first.
Oh, wasn't I supposed to get some sort of boost from all of that advantage that Gideon had?
What advantage?
Gideon rolled like 6 advantage.
He didn't pass you any. He
Oh, okay.
wristy
never mind.
twisty
I
the
thought he
guy,
did.
and then he did. What else did he do? He did something
That
else
was
that was.
Well, then,
Oh
then
no, he broke out, and then he spent it to reverse it. He didn't pass any boost.
Okay.
Nice try though.
No, I know.
All
I
right.
do what I can.
All right. I'm just gonna punch the dude.
All right. I'm gonna upgrade that difficulty.
Well, I will upgrade my hit.
I'm just gonna keep giving these back and forth. All right, go for it.
You might as well not bother.
No, because it does add the possibility of a triumph and the possibility of despair, so
No,
it does do
No,
things
what
to
I mean is you might as well not click the button to
Oh,
spend it
to-
because it's coming right back.
All right, so you let loose at the I believe it was the Twi'lek,
Yeah.
and
Gonna.
Hmm?
Yeah, just gonna punch him right in the nose.
and he knocked her down, and he's kind of like, oh, I wasn't really after her, and he's kind of like looking around like, where was the fight again? And he turns and in time to see a couple knuckles coming his way. So that's 3. Your bronze of 4.
My bronze of 3, so that's that
What'd
much
you get?
damage.
There's 4.
4 dice. The upgrade
Yeah.
should only take 1 green to a yellow, so there should still be 3 green. Well, 2 green and a yellow.
I don't know. I just hit the upgrade and then added. Oh, I didn't hit the upgrade. I hit the yellow. So just take one of those greens.
Oh, we'll just take the yellow off. Cause
Oh no, I upgraded.
oh wait, you do upgrade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we'll take off the. Let's see.
It'd be better
one
to take off the
success.
yellow. It would be better to take off the 1 success than
Oh.
the 1.
Well, either way.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take off
should
one
have.
success.
You should have gone with my nonsensical plan, and but now, it's like, okay, well, which green would it be? But I think we'll just hack off the last result, and move that one over. So, but that does mean that I get 2 more threat on the board.
Take the one
Tech-
success.
Huh?
I mean, that would be what it would be.
Yeah, because you would have upgraded that last die to a yellow instead of Okay, so you punch him and he gets hit in the nose, but as he's kind of stumbling back, he kind of is able to reach down and he grabs a bottle and he smashes on the table, and now he's got a cutting weapon.
So seven damage didn't
7
take him out of the fight.
How many wounds you got? You have 7?
Is he a PC or is he
Huh? Well, he's
I-
not in a minion group.
Okay, never mind then.
All right.
Oh, so he's going lethal now. Uh-oh.
Reset the pool. Okay, so here's my difficulty, and then the. So I'm gonna have the Twi'lek come back in, and he smashes the bottle. He's coming back at Gideon.
I'm gonna take a strain to dodge.
Another strain to dodge.
And I will spend a light side point to upgrade, so he's going to have 2 upgrades to his difficulty.
Okay. Alright, nice. Roger. Okay. What's your strain at? Because I know you were taking some on the your pilot checks last session
Yep.
too, right? So
I
you're
sure
getting up
was.
there a little bit?
I am getting up there a little bit.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so he comes and he kind of stabs and lunges at you, and he kind of comes down, trying to think of a nice cinematic way to do it, but not sure how to add strain to during this, but so he comes in and he kind of just jabs it towards your chest, and
And I grab his hand, and I'm like, wrestling with him kind of a little bit.
he got the advantage, not you.
Right. No, well, that's the whole strain aspect. Like me just trying to like.
Oh yeah. You kind of
then-
grab it and you're struggling with him. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea. Good job. Good thinking.
Yeah.
See, that's why we co-story this thing. That's what the system's for. Yeah, and so I'm gonna turn those to advantage. Actually, I'm gonna turn 1 advantage into strain, and I'm gonna turn 1 into a boost for the next guy. All right. So the Moncal, he sees he kind of got between you and him, and so he's looking at Tobias, and he kind of comes in with this like overhead kind of club,
Haymaker.
hammer fist style.
Haymaker.
Step back.
Step back, got it. And he's gonna swing.
Oh,
He
he connects.
Boom! And he hits you for 3, 4, 5. Minus soak.
Soak. I have a soak of 3.
Okay, so he
Oh
hits
wait,
you.
it's strain, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, it's taking
Brawl
a strain if you
Oh,
start. He's unarmed. It's taking a strain. Yeah.
Strain damage is what you're getting at. Yeah, yeah.
So wait, do you still soak?
Yeah.
I would imagine so, I guess.
I believe so.
Yep. You still soak.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Soak still applies.
Okay. None of you guys have healed. Where are you guys at currently on HP and strain?
I haven't taken anything.
The whole campaign so far?
The whole campaign, I have not taken a single shot.
All right. Well, now you've gotten strain, I guess.
And
Finally
And
took
I've
a dusting.
I've recovered. I was able to recover the strain, the small amount of strain that I had taken.
Nice.
Yep.
Where are you at, Gideon?
I still have 10 wounds left, and
10
4
additional
strain
wounds left?
no, I'm only at 3
Oh, I thought you got beat up.
out
a
of
lot.
13. Yeah, that's why I only have
Good.
3 left. Or that's why I only have I've healed. Remember, I popped some stim packs.
Yeah. Okay, and your strain was where?
9,
Out of. You have
13.
9. And you're counting up? Is it? Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, you're counting up. Alright. Alright, so you're getting there too. Okay, the human is next. And he got a boost from that guy to purple.
You guys count down, right? I guess that's the more logical way to do it.
Either way, doesn't matter. As long as it's being kept track of, I don't really don't care. All right. So he comes
More
in.
video gaming.
He comes in at Gideon, and he's empty-handed as well. The only guy that's got something is the dude with the bottle. And he comes in. He goes for a couple jabs. Oh, and he jabs the junk out of you. All right. Let's see.
It's
So
amazing. How come he's got a boost?
He got a boost from the other guy's advantage.
I thought he was passing that off to the Moncal, but I guess not.
Oh well, it goes to whoever's next, and I probably got him confused.
Yeah, well,
Wait.
yeah, you got the Moncal's got a boost.
Oh, the Moncal used a boost.
Yeah, so
Okay, I'm getting distracted. I was not.
that's one more threat and one
Was
less
not.
damage for me.
Yeah, I'm not prepared for combat today. All right, so the threat is canceled out, and then 4 successes plus 1, 2, 3, so 7 total on the hit. Soak of 5, so that's 2.
Okay.
Alright, so he comes in and he just throws a flurry of jabs.
Builds up some threat.
You know, because you got so much threat to go. Or strain to
I
go.
know, right? Right.
Okay, so that is all my PC slots? Yes. Or NPC slots? Alright. Gideon took the first slot, so Tobias.
So, Tobias, with all the craziness going on and stuff, and he stops. Takes just a quick second to actually look where he's gonna hit, and he aims. And I'm gonna take 2 strain and aim again. And I'm gonna do that.
And you're hitting who?
The
Aim when you're punching.
the Twi'lek. You can aim with any combat jet. I mean, think about it. When you go to throw a punch, do you just throw your fist, or do you sometimes actually look where you're gonna go and think
Right.
about where you're gonna hit?
You
yeah,
take an extra
yes.
second, you know, instead of just
Mhm.
street fight
So,
like
yeah,
those like wild like "Ugh!" Yeah.
All right. So this is after the Twi'lek.
After the Twi'lek.
Punch him in the kidney. And yeah, I guess with my yeah. So as he's sitting there fight, you know, and the brawling, I just punch him in the kidney and I drop him right to the ground.
Oh, he drops to the
So
ground.
Oh, he's done.
all right.
He's just he
Um,
can't take it. He's hitting just boom, 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 and then he
No.
just
So as
goes sprawled
as he
out.
kind of does the spread eagle like back flop, and it opens up some room, and it gives us a little more breathing room to kind of maneuver. So when Gideon's going to go, he's going to get a little bit of advantage because he's got a little room to kind of work his magic now. And that's only 2, right? So I still have 1 advantage left.
Recover a strain.
Yep. Okay. So
Makes
I'm
sense.
back down to 3. I'm back down to 3 strain.
All right. We're back at the top. Who wants it?
I'll take it again.
Crap. Hold on. Oh, how'd that happen? Did you put some dice in my pool, Jeff?
The only.
Because
Oh, yeah, I still got
I-
all the positives from his. Yeah, I had 2 greens and a yellow.
Because I upgraded my dice properly. There's a whole lot of extra crap in my pool.
All right,
Eh.
we're gonna roll with it because that was my screw up, and
Yes!
you still punched him in the face a bunch.
I like it.
All right,
Okay.
Gideon, you're taking the slot.
Okay, I'm gonna take a defensive stance, and then I'm gonna punch the dude who punched me next.
Okay.
He deserves some heat. So take that.
Okay. So you turn over around to the human. You try to throw a punch his way and misses. He kind of
But
just
I'll
jukes to the side a little bit, a little dip, a little roll. Advantage.
recover 2 strain.
Good idea.
People are getting a little intelligent. I don't like it. I like it when people are just starting to get on the brink. I was like, oh, I might actually knock one of these dudes out. All right, Mon Calamari. He sees that you're kind of distracted with the human dude, and
There's a setback in there for him because I took a defensive stance.
did you take defensive stance? Do you drop a die?
No,
or
it adds a setback. It's a player. It's a
Okay, but there's no
It's a
negative.
maneuver.
guard
No
stance,
negative to.
maneuver.
Oh, you spend your maneuver
Yeah.
to do it. Okay. I knew there had to be some
And-
kind of negative to it.
And
Because like
actually-
flying, right? Like when you fly defensively or whatever, evasive action.
Well, actually, defensive stance adds a setback to your checks as well.
Oh, I see. You're right. Sure does.
Stand by. His blank. You're good.
Yes. Because I looked that up too, and I was thinking about that. So,
That's the penalty for taking a guard stance. I
Yeah.
guess.
yes.
So the Mon Calamari, he comes up behind you and he goes for what is that? You guys ever see what was that? The Sherlock Holmes more recent one from I think was it Robert Downey?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and he comes in and he does like the discombobulate, like kind of claps him on the ears. That's what he's going for. Kinda like,
Yeah.
boom.
You know, little flippers and just.
Yep.
And he hits you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just 1, I guess.
It's a smock.
It's a smart.
Ouch.
Alright. It's good there. Man, it is hard to get through your stinking soak, man.
And you suggested I get padded armor.
Hey.
I'm like, good
it's-
idea.
I mean, it made sense. You were kind of like at a loss what to do with your stuff. So. Alright. So that was him. The Twi'lek's out of it. So human, he kind of looks around. He grabs another bottle off the table. He doesn't break this one on it himself. He kind of goes to break it over your head. Okay. good. Alright, here he goes. Ooh. Alright.
Setback closer.
Setback.
Going against Tobias or Gideon?
Gideon.
Oh, both
Here.
will give setback, yeah. Setback in there, sir.
Alright. So 2-5. So he just meets your soak. So he goes and he tries to smash it on you, and he does. However, it kind of just smashes on like the what's it called, a pauldron?
Pauldron.
Yeah. On your shoulder. I mean, you know, ladies in the few decades ago called them shoulder pads, but okay, if you want to call it a pauldron, we'll go with that. Okay, back at a PC slot, Tobias, it is yours.
Alright, to metagame for just a second. The only other NPC that's taken any kind of strain was the Moncal,
Moncal.
right? When I hit him?
That's
Okay.
correct.
Okay. So, yeah.
That
as
being
I-
said,
So, now, so as I see the Moncal just come up and, like, slap Gideon in the ears, and I'm just like, amateur, and I just go, again.
This is the guy with the brawn of 2.
Hey, I took down a Twi'lek.
Yeah, after I softened him up for you. That's okay.
But so again,
You guys
you
get
know,
along so
as he's kind of there, I kind of like he kind of laser focuses in on like one of his big old ears, and he's just going for a punch, and so he's gonna, you know, take aim, and take another maneuver and aim again for 2 boost dice, and
Tobias with the sniper punch.
sniper
Aim
punch.
my fist. I'm aiming my fist.
Alright,
I've got a little scope on my wrist,
alright, so that's
a little red dot.
4. So you,
It's 4.
he kind of, he got
I'm gonna
there's
recover
that
that
bit of
strain.
head wobble, but he's still up. Alright,
I'm recovering 2 strain. Sorry, Gideon.
we are at the end of that round. I'm going to spend a dark side point, and this big woolly Wookiee strides up in after you kind of see him over the shoulder of your opponents. You remember him from the outside of the bar as the bouncer, and there's a strict, you know, no blaster policy within the cantina, but he's the one that gets to kind of, he's got this like big, like, I don't think they play baseball in Star Wars, but he's got this big club looking thing, and he's kind of just patting it on his hand. It's a PC slot.
We recognize him as the bouncer, right?
Yes.
I would like to take this PC slot and just back off.
Okay.
Go for it.
The NPCs that I have also kind of wipe a little bit of blood from their nose, kind of like, hey, we're all right, and kind of do the whole like, we're okay. PC slot.
Gideon does the same.
Okay.
Kind of rubs his face a little bit. And goes over to help Star. If she's still on the ground, to help her up.
Okay. All right. So you guys everything kind of goes back, and yeah, the Moncal sits back in his stool. So that
I'll
wasn't
be
the one
right
that.
back, guys.
Sure. Moncal sits in his stool, and which wasn't the one that was taken. He kind of he taps on the bar for another round. The droid wheels over and pours him another one. And I mean, throughout the rest of the time, like, nobody seemed like phased that there was a fight going on or anything. Like, this kind of thing probably happens a bit. And the Wookiee kind of looks you guys over. He seems satisfied that things have calmed down. He grabs the Twi'lek by the leg and just kind of picks him up, and then just starts walking back towards the door. And the Twi'lek's like 2 feet up in the air. Sar
I
kind
look
of
at Sar and I'm like, you want to go someplace more quieter? Maybe back to your shop or something?
she accepts your hand up, but she kind of when you offer, she kind of pulls it away, and she's kind of like, I can get myself there if that's what you mean.
Yeah, got some business for you in regards to our ship. You're up for it. Fix her up.
What kind of ship are we talking about?
It's
You tell her.
YV-560.
I was gonna be like, you tell her, because you would know.
It's the inevitability. It's YV-560.
Yeah. She's like, okay, I'm familiar. YVs are fairly popular. You know, it's how bad a shape is it in?
It's flying on a wing and a prayer.
You know, repairs aren't cheap.
Yep. I got the chits for you, though. Maybe I can lend a hand.
You just hand them over?
No,
Oh.
I don't.
She's like, oh, that's what I do. She's like, just come by the shop in the morning. We'll take care of it. I think we've all had enough excitement for one night.
All right, sounds good.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.
So I head back to the ship.
All right.
Buys,
I'm
follows
go-
and trays.
I'm going to assume that he follows since he's not here. Hang on a second. Okay.
And go to sleep. Try to recover some.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that probably is a good idea. I don't think you guys have slept since the campaign began. Or you're gonna have to start making resilience checks just to stay awake.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds like a solid plan. All right. Well, this is actually the extent of what I had prepared, because it's not a great story way to undo everything. So, like I said, it was just going to be a friendly drinking contest. So I will take part of our time off and come up with a way to redo everything. Yeah, so that's our episode for tonight. That's why these games are fun. We get to go off the rails. We get to do what it is we do, making stories, having a good time. So yeah, you guys head back to the ship. You guys call it a night, and then unless Tobias, did you want to do anything else? We kind of just said you followed him to the ship. You may or may not be muted.
What did I miss?
Nothing really.
Gideon
Talked
asked about
getting the ship, the
repairs,
tech ship.
Oh,
and then
that's
she
all
said to
that I
come by
would've-
in the morning.
That's all I would have done. So
Alright, so you guys head back to the ship, call it a night, and likewise, we will go ahead and call it a night there. Yeah,
How much strain do you recover? Do you recover all your strain in the good night rest?
I want to say you still roll for it, but I'm not positive. I gotta look.
no, I think if you get,
I
a
don't
good
think
night's
you
sleep,
recover all of it.
All of it.
I think
Okay.
you do.
It's,
I think
it's
you roll
wounds
for
that
it.
like natural healing is really slow, right?
Yeah.
Right. And
Okay.
I would. Your strain, you would recover all of it. It's you roll for it if you're gonna have like a chance to sit down for like 10 minutes, but are gonna like keep going. Is when you roll to recover strain. But if you get to sleep it off, then you're gonna sleep it off.
Okay. Alright, yeah, so you guys will reset on strain. I'll have Jace reset on strain.
And all 3 of the strain that I had.
Hey, apparently you're just that lucky.
No, it was well, for one, the big combat that we had, I didn't get any shots from the big guy. It was just a minion group, and they could not hit me to save their life, literally, because I killed them all.
Nice. Alright,
Mhm.
well, there you go.
Cool.
I mean, it's not like for lack of trying. I know I've thrown shots your way. You
Oh
just
no,
haven't
you
missed.
have for sure. It's that armor.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
armor's good.
know Gideon has a really good
Gonna have to
soak with
start
that
buying.
armor, but they just flat out don't hit me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have
Right.
to start buying some for my bad guys. It's,
No, he's just lucky that Gideon takes all the aggro and tanks everything.
Oh, who's the smart one?
So,
that is true.
what's your intellect?
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
you are technically smarter than Gideon, but that's
There
okay.
you go. Good job. All right,
We work
guys.
well together. I sit there and take the punches and soften them up, and then you finish up and take the credit for it, and you think you're amazing. But
We're gonna end
Well,
it there. We'll see
I mean-
everybody next time on Survival of the Free. Take it easy, everybody.